Coaching news out of Syracuse here on Campus Insiders. Jim Boeheim, in the wake of NCAA sanctions on the basketball team, will be retiring after 3 more seasons. The announcement coming on a day when the school's chancellor also announced athletics director Daryl Gross will move to a different position at the university. Bonnie Bernstein alongside Jordan Cornette, our college hoops analyst. So let's look at this big picture. Postseason ban, loss of 12 scholarships over the next 4 years, 108 wins vacated, and now this announcement. What do you think about the timing of this here?
Timing of the thing is very interesting. More interesting to me, though, is the fact that basically the institution said something has to be done. Who's going to go? Somebody has to pay for this, and they said the AD goes. You see who wears the crown. You see who sits on the throne. 39 years invested in a national championship. They ride with Coach Boeheim. They dismiss the AD, placing him somewhere else. It says, this is Boeheim's program. We're sticking with him. I don't quite understand why he doesn't just retire now. I think it's the defiance of the man to say, okay, I didn't do anything that wrong to have to leave now. I'll retire in 3 years. Another way of looking at it is him saying, I'll deal with this team without the scholarships. The scholarships return in 3 years, and it's then I'll pass the torch to the coach in waiting in Mike Hopkins.
Spin forward, the mantra for several years has been that Mike Hopkins will be the coach in waiting. He played at Syracuse. He's been a Boeheim assistant since 1996. If you're a recruit right now, what are you thinking? How secure are you in Mike Hopkins being your coach either immediately or some point during your time there?
Well, Bonnie, this really doesn't change much if Hopkins maintains being that guy as coach in waiting. The continuity line starts and ends with Mike Hopkins. So recruits understood that if they commit to Syracuse, they commit to Boeheim with the understanding that at some point Mike Hopkins may coach them. This is one of the most, in terms of coaching circles, most respected assistant coaches in the game. So these kids know what they're getting in terms of choosing Syracuse. And I think that doesn't change much. But the institution needs to come out and say Mike Hopkins will be that guy, and you haven't heard that yet.
Jim Boeheim, 966 and 333 in his 39-year career at Syracuse, of course, secured that long, elusive championship in 2003. Boeheim retiring from Syracuse in 3 years. Keep it right here on CI for all of your breaking hoops news. And who's got next? Your first look at matchups as soon as they are secured in March Madness.